I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jackie. Welcome back to Dumb Witch Club.
It's warm.
It's really warm.
It's my first comment of the night.
Yeah, it's really warm. It's really hot. I mean, it's summer, like literally.
Yeah.
What?
What do we expect?
Well, this, and we complain about it all the time, too.
Yeah. You would think...
No.
That, like...
But no.
You would think we would have, like, maybe, like, made an episode called, like, A Hot Witch Summer or something where, like, we lectured everyone about how they should do something different and change their attitudes, and then, like, just patently forgot that we did that and then just, like, not done it either.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, you'd think.
You'd think.
But no.
Anyway,
let's do a card pull. What do you say?
Let's
what do
do a
you
card
say?
pull.
Let's do one.
I feel like I'm always surprised by the card pull. I don't know why.
Because you don't know what it's going to be.
No, I meant like I'm always surprised we're doing it.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're surprised by what card
Oh,
you
well,
get.
yeah, of course. But like, yeah, I'm also, when you say it, I'm like, oh, yeah.
But you always have the cards.
I know. It's, it's a thing.
I know.
It's what are you going to do? This is Dumb Witch Club. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I forget how dumb we are.
I am. I do too, until I forget that we do a card pull.
And then I realized I forgot how dumb I was because I'm that dumb.
Yeah, and then I'm not dumb, and then you forgot that, I was that dumb, and then that makes you somewhat dumb, so then, yeah.
That goes full circle.
Yeah.
We have a Hollow Valley deck of symbols. This is one of those ones that's like really simple and has really like spare kind of illustrations, but they're very symbolic, and literally it's called deck of symbols, so it doesn't make sense. But
I didn't want a lot. I want
it's too much already.
It's too much.
Ooh, me. Yes. Okay. We're going way back here.
Okay. I like it.
Honeybee.
We have been like really.
We've gotten a honeybee card before.
We have really been pulling this energy.
I think it was this deck.
No, it was a different deck. It was the Beltane, the Seasons of the Witch.
And it was just bee. Yes.
Yeah.
I really like this. I mean, obviously it's summery.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I feel like it's busy, but it's purposeful.
This is so apt.
Okay, read. Tell me.
Okay. And it will make more sense as we go into why, though. Okay. Honeybee is about diligent yet creative work. And it's like perfect for this cusp season. It's just
totally
everything.
is, because this is a What the Cusp episode.
What the Cusp. This is the time for sustained energy and consistent growth. Your end goals may be lofty. That can feel extremely daunting. Honeybee reminds us to take all things one step at a time and never forget the creative power of community. Yeah, you have the tools mentally and physically to, do it, but, you have your hands and your heart, which are really important to be able to do that. Sustained creation leads to big magic. Deep appreciation for the process, ability to stay focused, not get overwhelmed. Everything is attainable through industry, diligence, and inner vitality. Dude.
I love this. It really does encapsulate this cusp and also many other things. So, Honeybee, thank you.
Thank you, Honeybee. Honeybees are so important. Make sure you're doing what you can to conserve the population of honeybees, because that's important as well. Okay.
So you're going to tell me why, though?
Yeah. Is that what you want to know? You want to know
I do want to know. And secret revealed, it's because I didn't write anything for it, and so she has to tell me. I was like, I didn't write for why, though.
Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. You didn't need to. I've got us, and it's not a whole lot, but there's some good things here.
I was industriously addressing an issue with my local school board, and I am not joking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important. Local politics, get involved.
Yeah.
Don't let them do stuff that you don't like.
That takes precedent.
That's right. So that's what I was doing instead of writing why, though. Anyway.
It's totally fine. We've got it.
Okay.
Got you. Okay.
Tell me what's up.
You're going to know what it is anyways. But, okay. So, October.
Ooh, hello. Jumping the gun.
Must want it to be spooky season.
Wishful thinking.
I know. Totally was. I was like so Freudian. Also Salem. Anyways.
Yeah, Salem. Hello.
Just kidding. Okay. August 23rd, we're not quite to October yet. You have a little bit more of summer to kind of muscle through. We have a couple things happening. We have Virgo season officially kicking off.
Of course.
Sorry.
Of course. Leo season is ending. I'm going to throw a fit off camera later, just so you know.
It's fine. You're allowed to. It's a significant shift, and we're going to feel it.
It actually really is. And it's not just because I'm a Leo.
No, it's not. And you know, you'll see more when we're talking about the cusp stuff. But yes, it is a significant shift.
Yes.
It's kicking off. And we also have a Mercury in retrograde in Virgo.
Right.
The same day.
Right.
Well, you know, it goes into retrograde, or stations retrograde. So, yeah, when I wrote that down, I also just wrote LOL really tiny next to it because I was like,
yeah.
Oh, God.
Great.
Great. This is great. Yeah, it's very interesting because Mercury is Virgo's planetary ruler.
I know, and we'll get into this more in our Big Witch Energy segment, but it brings a very interesting flavor to Virgo.
It really does, because it's also Gemini's planetary ruler.
Exactly, and I think when you see the Gemini-Mercury connection, you're like, okay, obvi.
Yeah.
The Virgo one is a little odder.
Yeah.
Those are with D's, otter with D's, not
otter, sea otter.
Although they're so cute.
They're cute.
Yeah, no, it's a little strange. So yes, okay.
Yeah, it's a little different. But I feel like I like it because I think Virgo is very known for being routine oriented, right? Structure heavy, ritual based. They are very exacting and like things a certain way. I feel like the Mercury flavor here, it brings a little bit more mindfulness to that.
Totally.
Which is what is needed. Because if you don't have that, then it's just very task mastery and just sort of, hall monitor energy.
Well, so I feel like you're just skipping ahead to our new sign who does Virgo episode because we're literally going to be talking about all of that.
Yeah.
So
it's all going to come up. But anyways.
Yes, but it's starting.
It's starting. So what can we do? What do we need to do? I feel like conversations around this time with other people, but also with yourself, are going to feel a little bit emotional, maybe a little bit frustrating. Mm-hmm. I think especially after Leo season and sort of like the hot witch, hot human summer energy that we've been having.
I know.
That's been really strong. This is going to feel like, okay. Like we just have to put away the beach toys. We have to put away the towels. Like we have to put away
yeah.
Wow.
You have to go back to school.
Yeah. And it's like kind of lame and it's like, ugh. So it might feel a little bit like that. But just remember, you only have to have those conversations with yourself. You don't have to share that with other people if they're not a safe place or if it's not feeling right or if it's feeling overwhelming or whatever. And just remember too, if you're having those conversations with people that are making you feel that way, there's a reason why. And so stop, evaluate, think twice about your reactions.
Which is very Virgo as well.
It is.
So.
It is. But. Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. So just be aware.
Okay. I feel like there's also a saving grace in the moon phase.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once again, the first quarter moon. I never disappoint on
She loves the first quarter moon.
You're like, she talks about it every time.
I know, but it also, literally is every fourth episode there's the first quarter. That's not our fault, okay? That's the way the moon works.
I know. It is not our fault. There's a reason it's called that.
Yes.
But they're like, feels like it's every time.
Yeah.
Well, it's not, okay? And I'm not deciding on this. And you know what? Just be thankful that I'm even giving you anything. Because most of the time, quarter moons aren't even discussed. So you wouldn't find this information anywhere else. So you better just like it.
Okay, Virgo Energy Channel. Hello. Good God. Okay.
We always do.
Okay.
But the first quarter moon is in Sagittarius.
Yay. Pretty.
Yes, and actually it's super weird. We're going to have 2 first quarter moons in Sagittarius this month. 2.
Yeah. Well, that kind of gets into a whole other thing. It's a blue moon month, which means there's 2 full moons in this calendar month because the first one was on August 1st. So that gives enough space for the next one. So we're going to get into that in the next episode next week. But yeah.
So yeah, this energy is going to be hammered home because you're getting it twice.
Yes.
But I also like this because, okay, it might feel a little bit there might be some tension here, because when you think of Sagittarian energy and you think of Virgo energy, that's not exactly compatible, right? You know, Virgo likes to be very meticulous and planned out and all this stuff, and Sagittarius cannot be like penned in by that. They cannot.
Yeah,
be
no, they're
limited.
flying by the seat of their pants.
Totally. That's what they want to do. But I think it's good to, you know, it's bringing that energy into kind of that Virgo-ness that we're having, and it's helping you to kind of like expand your mind beyond, you know, maybe those like details that are bogging you down.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just everything, you know, lean into that Sagittarius idea of like, this is just a phase. It's just a part of it, right? Life is a journey, and we're going places.
So we're not staying still. We're keeping
No.
going.
And like, okay, you feel like this right now, and like, okay, but like, we've got another adventure on the horizon.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Like October that I just mentioned, because I feel like I want it to be that.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's the why though.
That's why though.
That's why though.
So we've alluded to this, and you already know, because like I
Pretty directly.
Yes, pretty obvious. What the cusp?
What the cusp?
Leo Virgo edition.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want to do? How do you want to talk about this?
I mean, I feel like I don't.
Yeah,
I
know.
don't want to. And okay, look, so as we have said ad nauseum, every cusp is conflicting energies, trying to sort of transfer from one to the next, and there's kind of this intermingling, overlapping of the energies while they're transitioning. And there's always conflict, there's always challenge with these energies, because they're not the same, they're different. And so they're meeting and coming in and trying to have that exchange. So, you know, they have like difficulty in all of them.
But some more than others.
This one, to me... So, okay, before I even try to say, because I just can't, I have no words for this. So we have Leo, which is fire.
Yes.
The lion.
Yes.
Talked all about it. Meeting up with Virgo, which is earth, and the virgin.
Yeah.
And there's just, it's so opposite.
Yeah.
And I feel like fire and earth, like the combination of those is so awkward.
It is awkward.
And I don't think this cusp is defined by awkwardness by
Not
any
at all.
means. It's not at all.
Maybe even the opposite of that.
In fact, it's kind of the opposite of that. I would agree. But there's nothing really natural about how earth and fire combine.
No, yeah. It's like a very clashy...
Yes.
Yeah, because even the ones that are like obviously like water and fire or something, even the ones that there's obvious ways that they sort of extinguish each other or encourage each other, like air and fire, whatever. There's that relationship that you can see between the two that's like this symbiotic partnership. But this is clunky. It's clunky. It's like, what?
Clunky.
How did those go?
Is the exact word. It's clunky. It is so, like, I mean, I know you can be very literal and you can make it very obvious. Like,
of course.
You know, if you have a fire and you throw dirt on it, the fire's going to go out and fire's going to scorch the earth.
Yeah, it's going to burn the
Okay, fine.
crops.
That is so boring. Like, that is so boring.
Yeah, who cares about that?
I don't care
Maybe
about
farmers care about that, I'm sure. But
well, no. I mean, if it's happening literally in your... Sure, okay, yes, I would care about that. But, like, no. As a concept, no.
yeah, as a concept, there's
No.
nothing like dynamic or
No.
symbolic about that, really.
It's boring. And
is boring.
the problem that I also have with this... I didn't even know I had this many problems with it. This is called the cusp of exposure.
I hate it. I hate that.
I hate that.
I don't understand that.
I've been trying really hard to understand this. Okay, so this is the way
tell
that...
me what you think, because I stopped even trying.
Okay,
I was like,
so-
what? And then just stopped. That's really bad. We're not modeling.
I know.
Good
I feel like
behavior
we're
here.
really... But you know what? We are, per usual, experiencing, I think, the conflict that is in this cusp.
We are.
As we're trying to think about and talk about this cusp.
Yeah. And I think it's carrying over from last week, too.
Yes.
Which, watch that if you haven't. Spell language. It's carrying over from
I
that.
know, we were very inarticulate when we were talking about language.
Yeah, and around this...
Oh my God, yes, when we were using the I analyze. Oh yes, that was
we
big.
were just despondent about... We were like, what? Yeah,
I know. So, no, she's absolutely right. So, we know we have problems with this, okay? It's our problem, okay? It's our problem.
They're like, but we're watching this, so now it's
like,
our problem.
What is your problem?
Yeah, it is. It's all of our problems. Okay.
So it's the cusp of exposure. And so the way that this is sort of conceptualized, or that I'm also trying to conceptualize it, is because there are these two very different energies. Like Virgo is, like we know, it is exacting and meticulous and can be like quite like, because of that Mercury influence that you were talking about, can be very cerebral, more than sensual even, which is that earth energy. It's not an air sign, so it's not purely thought and cerebral, but it has that strong influence because of Mercury, I feel. And so there's almost like this, and it's very buttoned up and contained. I mean, it's a virgin, right? And not to talk about the social construct of virginity, which is bullshit, but just to say the symbol of a virgin being, you know, contained and
untouched, pure. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. So there's that combining with Leo, which is like the opposite
in every way. Yeah.
Leo is outward, it is expressive, it is energetic. So I feel like the same person trying to contain both of those energies, they end up having experiences with exposing their secret side in a very big way.
Oh.
And also whatever they're expressing in a big way ties back in to a deep, like internal, like unknown part of themselves. Does this make any sense?
Yes.
Okay.
And it just got like real juicy though.
Okay. It kind
like
of
that like made it like way worth it, because I had none of that. Like I in no way, shape, or form went there.
Okay.
But the way that you just described that, ooh, I don't know. Somebody needs to write a book with like a character that has that.
Okay, so yes, I think
I'm sure they're
very
out there,
true,
but
but there totally should be.
Yes.
And normally I don't jump to this super early in the episode, but I want to name a particular famous person.
Yeah, please do, because that
who is a Leo-Virgo Cusp.
Yeah, who is it?
Bill Clinton. But a life literally marred by secrets being exposed, and the source of those secrets and the exposure was his charismatic outside self.
Yeah, like people were like, there's no way that you're just like this, like pure, just, like, nope, there's something about you. And there's something about him, like him, hate him, whatever it is. I'm sure people probably have like very little opinion about Bill Clinton at this point. But
if you were around back then.
Yeah, you for sure do. For sure do. That's fascinating. Okay, this has become fascinating.
Well, here we go. As a Leo, speaking of Leo-Virgo Cusp, of course I'm going to inject the excitement into it.
Yeah, and I love it. And I feel like there needs to be a book with a character like that. And I'm just thinking, like, has all of this, like, internal turmoil, but then, like, you know, reveals it, because like they can't help it, and it just like comes out, and it's like this big exposure, and then they're like, what do I do? And like,
see, but I would like that character to be a likable person.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of unlikable characters who have this, tortured inside.
It's sort of a trope,
right? But I would like it to be more advanced than that.
Yeah, I want it to. Oh, you know what it reminds me? Well, no, a little bit. My Year of Rest and Relaxation. It's a little bit like that.
I love that book.
Am I not wrong though? Like, it's a little bit.
You are not wrong.
I am not wrong. It's a little bit like that.
No, it really is.
Where you're like, right? Yeah. Like, ugh. But then you're like, I love her though.
But you're also like, I think I am her.
Yeah,
and then I
am
hate
her.
myself.
Yeah, and then like I hate her for like making me feel like this is me. But then it's like, but God, she's so freaking dynamic. And like the book itself is like so dynamic, and you like can't help but just be like engrossed in it. But then you feel gross for that.
Yeah, and literally nothing happens in the book, because she's like literally just drugging herself and sleeping for a year.
Yeah.
It's not true. She gets up and does certain things, but
yeah.
Anyways,
it's insane.
Read the book.
Read
that's
that.
a good one. Underrated.
That's kind of the vibe.
I think that's true. It just is such a weird mixture, though. There's this other thing where, okay, so another thing, and then I want you to say more about what you were thinking before I went into my whole thing.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I think that there's also a really important thing with people in this cusp having a very keen sense of timing, and the timing of these revelations, the timing of their silence versus their expression, and the timing of their concealment versus their revelation. And I think they can be pretty calculated about that and really use it to cultivate an image that works for them and fits for them. And it is real, but it also is concealing a lot of other things that they will not reveal to you unless or until they want.
That is so intense and so good. Mm-hmm. You had this. How were you like, I don't want to talk about this. I like this.
Didn't
you
know.
had that? I have every right to have felt that way. When you hear what I have to say, you're going to be like, yeah, Ashley was right. That is like a whole thing. I feel like I can't even move on because I'm connecting it with like stuff I've seen, stuff I've read, and I'm like, I love this. Like, this is like the exact stuff I love to consume. It's messy as hell.
I think I must have done it this way because I was channeling this energy. I was hiding and absconding this.
You were.
Until I revealed it in this very dramatic fashion.
Yeah, you were like, oh, there's nothing. I don't know. I can't even talk. I can't even think. My vocabulary, I don't even know. And then you were like, la.
Yeah, then I pull down the little chart and I'm doing everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, what just happened to me?
I know.
And now I have to think about this, like, for the next couple of weeks, like, all the time, because I'm going to start, like, making all kinds of connections. I feel like we're going to have, like, recommendations based on this energy, because there was one already.
Ooh, yes.
We're going to have other ones.
Yes, totally.
Oh,
I'm super feeling this now. I really was genuinely, like, about it. And now I'm like, ooh, yes.
I know. I feel like
give it to me.
I don't know what else to do.
I know. Well, okay.
Okay, well, whatever. I mean,
whatever.
Maybe we'll go back to this because I don't know.
What do you mean go back to it? This is what we're talking about.
No, I mean, like, we'll move on to, like, you know, other things that we're going to say.
Okay, so why don't you say things that you were thinking before?
Fine. It's boring compared to that.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is. It's boring.
Okay, just say it.
It's boring. Okay. It really is. Okay, well, one of the things I thought was interesting, though, which is kind of along, like, what you were saying. I feel like that combination, or I hate to say the word combination because then people get all testy about, like, it's not a combination. Whatever. The influences of the Leo sun energy and the Mercury, right? So that's sun and Mercury.
And you're saying this because the sun rules Leo and Mercury rules Virgo. You're not saying it because of the sun season.
No.
Because that's,
because of the ruling planets of the two signs.
Yes.
I feel like that, that lends such a main character energy.
That is I love that point.
Right?
Because,
like, I'm here, I'm the one for the job, I can handle it.
Yes.
I'm, cast me as the main character. I'm here.
Yes, I love that. And I think it really is reflected in the planets because, Mercury's like right closest to the sun and just kind of always like right there. Mm-hmm. Mercury's like, hey.
I can do that.
Yeah. And the sun's like, yes, we can.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. This turned into a chorus line.
Yeah, what the heck? I know. Musicals, books, we're everything.
We're everything. But yes, I thought that was interesting.
No, I think that is. I really like that. I really do. And it is. It's main character energy.
It is. I thought so.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because, the communication, it's loud and proud and bold and strong, because, Mercury, what it's all about.
But it's also, like, well thought out and chosen, and it's not like that Gemini, like Mercury, like blah, 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 blah. It's not like that. It's selective and selected.
Yes, but also very, very standing in their power and very, very self-actualized.
Which is, I think that Leo, as it evolves into something even more than what Leo is.
It's like, this is what I am, and I'm going to communicate it perfectly to you, and you're going to see it. But then I'm going to hide things, like you said. So then it's like, but then maybe that is what you see, but like that's not everything that's there, and like, wow.
Yes.
Ugh.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I was just thinking, and it's like, so again, like one of these obvious things, every time we do these cusps, I probably say something, I probably say something similar to this. Yeah. But I have to remember, and maybe this is also being a Leo, I have to remember that the Virgo is the next step energy in the life cycle evolvement that is the zodiac.
I know.
I'm going to admit this. Maybe it's because I'm a Leo. I almost feel like going to Virgo energy after Leo energy is almost like this weird, like, regression.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, Leo's like, and then Virgo's like, shh, and I'm like, shut up, you know, like that.
It's like we said before, it's like going back to school.
I know, but it's also, it's not bad. In fact, it's necessary and it's good. And that reminds me, okay, so the age concept in the life cycle that I always mention. So it's so funny. Like, this one has really got, like, a specific age attached to it, which some of them do, I guess, the cusps specifically. This one gives an age of 35.
Oh, solid.
And a time when a lot of people are starting to reevaluate all of the structures that they've put in place. Absolutely. So you have that Leo time of your early 30s and later 20s where you're through your Saturn return and you're feeling yourself and you're establishing things and you're becoming an expert, like we talked about in the Leo episode. But then there's this time where you look around, and I'm just thinking, like, you know, what is all this?
Yeah.
Like,
is this
fulfilling? This is what I did? Like, this is what I made? This is what I've been doing? This is my family? This is my job? What the hell?
Yeah.
You know? So it's like this moment, and I think that's that exposure concept again, too, where you're kind of like, well, actually, I want to do this. And then you bring something out, you know? Or maybe you double down on what you've already done. And you say,
like you said.
Yeah. You know?
Which gets crazy.
And then later on, it gets extra.
Yeah, I mean, that goes back to my year of rest and relaxation. It's like the same kind of thing. Like, what do you do? Yeah. Do you just do that? Like, most people don't.
But what else are you going to do?
What else are you going to do?
But that's what you said you were going to do, so you have to do it.
That's so... Okay.
Yeah.
It's... No, but you're right. Like, and I'm glad you brought up the life cycle thing, because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I feel like it's these two sides. They're like... going with that main character theme, right? They're like the divas, right? But with the sense of the preparation, the behind the scenes work, all of that it takes to be that character on the stage. They're not just showing up being like, hire me for the part. No, they're the ones that killed themselves learning the routines and stuff, knowing that they're prepared to do it, and then similarly also is able to shine.
But I think for that exact same reason that Virgo energy brings secret struggles.
Yes.
That they did all the prep, they did all the hard work, they are ready, but maybe they put a lot into that.
Yeah.
Like maybe stuff that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because there's that determination, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's very Black Swan.
Yes, I was just going to say Black Swan. I was just going to say that. When you were saying that, I was like, oh, yeah, like a ballerina. And then I was like, oh, Black Swan.
Yeah. So it's like the thing where, like, okay, so now I'm going to name another famous person in this birthday period.
Okay, do it.
Demi Lovato.
Oh, man.
Right?
Oh.
Like.
Yes. Oh.
And she is strong. She is amazing.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
And she has been public, again, this exposure, she's been public about her struggles.
Yes.
With, you know, sobriety and eating disorder stuff and mental health in general.
Gender identity.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, there's this person who has all these layers and all these sides who, you know, anyway, just feel like it fits.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it depends on, like, are you in, like, the last degrees or the first degrees, like, where you fall.
Totally.
In this cusp, because...
And what other signs?
And what, of course, all of that. But, like, yes, because it can very much have that where there's, like, that inner, you know. But if there's, like, if you're tinged with Virgo, but you're a lot of Leo, I feel like it's a person who is maybe, like, I hate to use the word perfectionist, but somewhat of, like, an exacting person. But, like... doesn't have, like, isn't as hard on themselves as, like, a full-on, like, Virgo would be. Like, because of that Leo, they're like, yeah, but I got this. Like, yes, I might be exacting with the way that I want things to be, or my expectation of other people, which we haven't touched on, but that is a huge part of this, is their high standards and expectations of other people.
Yeah. And that's that Leo ego that's also boosting that too, of like, well, I'm this way, and so you should be too. You know?
And don't have that, like, inner, like, what you just described. It could be the opposite of that. They could be like, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Well, I just have standards.
Yes, but sometimes their secret things are secret even to them. They don't even know.
Ew.
They are not aware yet. And so they project it outwards.
I feel like I can't handle this.
This is getting to be like too much.
I feel like I can't. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I feel like I want to think about it more, but then I also like never want to think about it again. And also want to read like every book with like a character or characters that are like this, but also like not do that, and then watch every movie that's like this, but also not do that.
Okay, I want to give you a chance to say any other things that are unsaid before I name my last celebrity birthday person, which I know is going to get you when I say it.
Oh God, I'm gonna freak out. Okay. The only other thing I wanted to say was like, you know, the Virgo sixth house energy. It's hard to say sixth house.
I know. I feel like I've stumbled on it.
Hard energy with the Leo fifth house. Like, I think that can be really good. It can be a person that like can balance, work hard, play hard. Like they can do that really well. But I also feel like that can be chaotic as hell.
Yes.
Just a mess.
Yeah.
Right? Because too much into this and then too much into that. And then, you know, just like, I don't know.
Yeah, no. And I think this is, as is true with all the signs and cusps, but I think particularly with this one, with all the things we've been hitting on, I think this is one that really is going to depend a lot on how evolved the person is.
Yes.
And, you know, their environment growing up and the other influences in their life. They're either going to be like kind of, I feel like Demi Lovato, like a complex person who reveals secret aspects of themselves, you know, or hidden aspects, and reveals them and processes and works through that and like is an example of that.
Yes.
Or somebody like Bill Clinton, whose life was sort of very disrupted because of like secretive behavior and things like that. Or someone else who I don't know who the person is, but who's just extremely chaotic, like you're saying, not able to balance like the work hard, the play hard. And, you know, I'm almost thinking like, what's the movie? Leonardo DiCaprio, Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street,
Like a Wolf of Wall Street
guy.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yes. Just out of control.
Out of control. Yes.
And like really dynamic, really smart, like all of those things really like
and
deserving.
Just like over the top.
Yeah, just over the top and scary.
Yes.
Chaotic and a very scary.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if that character has that birthday or even if it has a birthday. It doesn't matter, but it's that energy. Okay, so I'll just name my last person. It's River Phoenix.
I knew that's what you were gonna say, and his image popped into my head right before you said it, like before you said Wolf of Wall Street. Like that's exactly, because I thought of like Chris Farley like fleetingly, and then River's face like popped into my head. Yeah. Aww.
So I know. So I think, man, we just plumbed the depths of this, and also I think we didn't even know what we were getting into.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Like, what was that? That was a ride. That was like a fever dream. I don't even remember. I'm going to listen to this back and be like, what?
I don't even know what we said.
I don't either. I don't remember anything. I'm so stuck in like something you said and I can't get out of it. And this is going to be my obsession for like a while now.
Well, good thing you have all your big witch energy that you can use for it.
No, I'm going to need it. Jeez. All right. It's intense. Okay.
Let's move on to a spell of the week.
Yes, please. Let's do that.
Which, now I just feel like I want to cry and take a nap.
I know. And like throw up.
That's the spell. Cry, throw up first. And then
throw up, cry,
and then
take a nap.
No, just kidding. Okay, spell of the week this week. It's called I Got My Back. Okay?
I
So,
got my back.
I feel like this is just the most ubiquitous spell tools in the world. You need your candle. You need your salt. In fact, you don't actually need those for this. This is a spell that I feel like you can do anytime, anywhere, all the time. Because magic or a spell is not always something that you have to do in a ritualized way.
Right.
But it can be. So if you want it to be, you can get your candle. You can get your salt. You can light your candle. You can do your salt circle. You can get yourself into a space. Or again, like I said, you can do this anytime, anywhere. Nobody's going to know that you're doing it. So you can do it. But either way, what you do is you're going to sit, you're going to stand, whatever you're doing. You're going to focus on your posture. You're going to think about your spine. Okay. So I think a lot of the times in our lives, obviously we are front facing and we can only see the front, you know? And when you're maybe overthinking or you're anxious or maybe you're facing something that is tough to face, you can forget that you actually have your own back too. So you're going to do your posture, you're going to feel your spine, your sit bones if you're sitting, you're going to feel your crown, and you're literally pat yourself on the back. And you do it on both sides.
I like that.
And optional, you can kiss your shoulders.
Oh, that's cute.
And you say, I got your back. I got my back.
I love that.
And if you did it in a ritualized way, you would then blow out your candle, do that whole thing. But you can do this anytime, anywhere.
This is really good, especially if you're like going into an interaction, like maybe you're at work and you're going into an interaction, is going to be like maybe a little challenging, or a meeting or something. You can just be like, I got your back.
Yes.
And like remind yourself that you like have that. And then like your whole posture is going to change and people are going to notice it and they're going to be intimidated by you. And that's exactly what you want. If you need to get ahead in this business, oh my God. Stupid. Ignore that. Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes, I know. Gosh, this energy is super chaotic. So that's the end of the spell.
I like it.
It's the end of this episode. We literally can't say another thing about any of this.
It's wild, man. That was wild. I enjoyed it.
Oh, me too. So, until next time.
Stay witchy, friends.
And stay down.
Dumb Witch Club is written and produced by us, Ashley Sidner
and Jackie Gerard at the Dumb Witch Clubhouse in Orange County, California.
Produced and edited by Matt Heinemeyer, creative director and culture consultant Violet Turner.
Original music by Ashley Sidner. And look us up on all your favorite social media platforms, including Patreon.
Until next time, stay witchy, friends.
And stay down.